Hello, and welcome back. My name is Brad Smith, founder and president of Vector Business Navigation and proud board member of the CXPA. And for a good part of my career, I was a technical service agent. I got my start at Oracle, used to wear one of these headsets and I used to help customers out all the time remotely. After that, I went to a company called OpenWave, which basically invented the mobile internet. And that company was so proud in that fact that over three-quarters of the company, I guess, were telecommuters. So everyone worked from their homes, and it was a very natural thing. And I pretty much did that from 2000 all the way through to about 2005, 2006. Um, During this period of time, many companies have a critical dependency on their customer service agents and their different contact centers, and everyone's having to adopt and work from home. And that remote workforce, right? The number one thing I want you to think about here as a leader is to be human, right? Understand that your customer service teams are your company's, your brand's first responders. And they need to feel your support. They need to feel your fellowship. They need to know that you're their number one cheerleader and you're there to raise their spirits during this period of time and all the periods to follow, right? They need all the technology, all the training, all the collaboration, the process and policy support to nurture their personal success, which will in turn drive customer success, right? I've always been inspired by Daniel Pink's book, Drive, right? And one of the things he talks about in this book is the intrinsic motivations of really three pillars that bring the best out of people, right? Really drive employee engagement and success. The first one is autonomy, right? The desire to direct their own lives. Said differently, that's empowerment. You trust your employees, you trust your contact center, you trust your customer service agents to do the right thing, right? And they feel that sense of autonomy. Mastery, right? The ability to level up, to learn a new skill, the ability to switch topics, right? I might be a specialist on this part of the technology stack, but I'd like to also grow into that level of expertise for a different aspect of that technology stack if I'm a technical service agent. And then finally, and perhaps most importantly, is purpose, right? We all want to feel that we're part of something bigger than ourselves. And through that personal relationship to that company or to that brand, whether you're employee or even customer, right? That we're doing something for the betterment of society, right? And just think about the nature of a support call, right? Every time somebody reaches out for help, that's an extraordinary moment. A customer's raising their hand and explicitly stating, I need this thing and I need your help. And for a service agent to come in and be able to service that need in the moment of that interaction, right? There's really two key deliverables. There's the tangible deliverable, right? I dialed your 1-800 number. I got an agent to answer the phone. I asked my question. I got an answer. We closed the service ticket. Tickety boo. Everything's fine, right? But there's also this intangible deliverable. And that's how it made us feel, right? If upon reflection, do I feel like I got good value, right? And if you interviewed me while I'm waiting on hold for 45 minutes, I might have an opinion. But if you solved my problem and you did it in a way that not only you fixed it, but you taught me and I learned and I feel a kinship with the person on the other side of the phone, then we've delivered something else. I think there's three tangents of value that we got to think about here, right? We got to think about the economic value. I got a good deal. We got to think about the efficiency value. How hard was it to get that service interaction solved? And then finally, the emotional value, how it made me feel about that product or service. And as God is my witness, I've never ever met a customer happier than the employee that serviced them. And so, how happy are your employees, right? How motivated are they? How much do you trust them? And I've always been inspired by Tony Hsieh, the founder of Zappos, and I saw him speak in 2011, and he ended his amazing presentation with a simple question, right? Every day, your customer service agents show up to work, right? Do they consider this to be a job? Are they just punching the clock? Do they consider this to be a career? I'm going to do my time here and then, work my way up the ladder? Or is it a calling? And I would suggest if it's not a calling, you're doing it wrong. So support your first responders. I pray for all of you during this difficult time. Stay safe, and we'll talk soon.